Hey, Houseguest! Welcome to today's Big Brother 26 updates and spoilers. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday today. TGIF, am I right? Our house guests of the day are Evan George, Drake Bott, and Christina Wolf. Thank you all so much for the support. We could not do this without you, and we appreciate you all so much. So thank you again. And if you guys want to be house guests of the day, like Evan, Drake, and Christine, check out our Patreon link in the description below. It's only $1 for a holla. And we have just over a week left in the season. Isn't that freaking wild? I can't believe it. I know I keep saying that, but I really can't believe it. So yeah, if you want to check out the live feeds for this last week, we also have a link for that below in the description. And if you use our link to try out Paramount Plus, it helps us out. So thank you in advance. Or in post if you've already done it. So last night, Chemo and Rubina were up on the block. By the time the feeds went down, before the live show started, it was unclear. Oh my God, did the feeds just come back? It was unclear. They did. Who was going to be evicted? I'm sorry, I have to look this up immediately. Oh my God, we need to know who won. Imagine they didn't even do the competition yet. This is crazy. I feel like this never happens. Not like at the beginning of the show anyway. Oh my goodness. We're looking this up. All right. They don't know yet. I don't know. We'll come back to it. If you know who won the veto, let me know in the chat and don't lie about it. Okay. So by the time the feeds went down, we didn't know who's going to be evicted. It was unclear. Mackenzie wanted Chemo out. Cam wanted Rubina out. So Chelsea was back and forth on her decision. She was trying to find out what move was going to be best for her game. Now, in the end, as we saw, Chemo was evicted by a vote of 2-0. I really hope we're going to get to see a flashback on the show showing us how and when that decision was made. I mean, I think we know that Chelsea was the one who decided what was going to happen, right? She must have realized that keeping Chemo would have been great for Cam's game and terrible for her own, right? I mean, Chemo staying would not have been good for Chelsea. So I feel like she got basically hypnotized by Cam for a little bit when Cam was campaigning for Chemo, and then she snapped out of it and realized no, what? I got to vote Chemo out of here. So there was no HOH competition on last night's episode, even though it was 2 hours. What? But anyway, our final 4. We've got Cam, Mackenzie, Chelsea, and Rubina. So that's pretty wild. I would not have picked out those 4 to make it to the end. Let me know in the comments if you guys thought any of them would make it. But, I mean, maybe some. I thought Chelsea probably would do well. But, yeah, I don't know. The rest of them, I don't know about that. But the feeds came back at 9:24 Big Brother time last night. And I don't know what this HOH competition was. They were comparing it to, what was it called? Bad BBAI or something, one of those. So I guess it was a quiz type competition. But we do know that Chelsea won HOH. Oh my God. I mean, we expected that, right? She solidified her spot in the final 3. She was only up against Cam and Rubina, so there was a good chance that she was going to win this one. But yeah, she solidified her spot in the final 3. This is her 4th HOH win of the season. I believe she has now tied Vanessa Russo from season 17 for HOH wins. And if she wins this final HOH, she will now hold the record for the most wins if she can get to 5. That's craziness. So good for her for winning 4 already. But Chelsea is talking to the cameras in the back bedroom, and she's like, I made it to the final 3 of Big Brother. She's like, I'm going to wear this HOH key because I never usually wear it, but I'm going to be proud of myself, and I'm going to wear this. Yes, you should. Why not? You earned it. Oh my God. Jake S is 90% sure MJ won veto. I mean, that's also to be expected, but we'll get confirmation on that in a little bit. Yeah, so Chelsea on top of the world, right, with this HOH win and getting herself to the final 3. On the other hand, we've got Cam, who was sad in the bathroom. Another competition loss for him. Not only did he lose this competition, but he also lost Chemo. One of his best chances to win this game, right? If he was up against Chemo, he would definitely have a shot at winning, maybe. But against Chelsea or Mackenzie, Not going to happen. And that'd be pretty wild if it was Cam and Rubina in the end. Maybe, I mean, he would have a chance against her as well, but his best chance was definitely with Chemo there, because there is the chance also that Rubina would want the 3 women in the end, so Cam wouldn't even make it to the final 3. But, this is all what if situations. He's not happy. Things are not going his way right now. Rubina was also sad in the storage room. Another competition loss for her. She was saying, I really want to win a comp in here, but she reminds herself losses can be wins. I mean, it got her this far, right? Her not being a threat has really helped her game and helped her get as far as she has. So she says winning is not everything. Don't give up on your chances of winning. Other people have won this whole thing without being a comp beast, which is very true. You don't have to win all the competitions in order to win. However, though, like, how much has she actually participated in this game? I don't know that she has much on her resume to justify a win here. But it is true. You don't need to win competitions in order to win this thing. So she says she's really proud of herself for not giving up and for making it to the top 4. She also does a cheers to being the last one standing from the trio. Out of the trio of Rubina, T-Core, and Chemo, I did not expect Rubina to be the one to survive this far. I thought T-Core was going to be the one to make it, but clearly that didn't happen. So, yeah, anyway, Mackenzie and Rubina are talking in the kitchen at one point, and Rubina's like, look at us, we made it to the final 4. And Mackenzie's like, no, final 3. Girl, not necessarily. I mean, Mackenzie would probably be getting trapped if she doesn't win the veto, right? She is a very large target in this house right now, and I feel like pretty much everybody would want to take her out given the opportunity. Also, Rubina has a good chance of going. If Cam, Mackenzie, and Chelsea decide to stick together, but Cam could also be going if they decide to go 3 women in the end. So final 3 is very much up in the air. I wouldn't be making any promises for final 3 at that point. But anyway, Rubina's also talking about how they have the chance to make something bigger happen. Now, when she's talking to Mackenzie, she means 3 women in the final 3, which has already happened before. When she's talking to Cam, she means 3 people of color in the final 3, which also has happened before. So I don't know what big things she thinks she's going to be doing, but I mean, we do know what she thinks she's doing, but it's been done before. This is not like some revolutionary thing, but Rubina, I don't think has seen much of this show. Anyway, later, Chelsea gets her HOH room. Yay! It is the final HOH room reveal of the season. She got pictures of her dog and her family. Her music is Dangerously in Love by Beyonce. That's a wonderful album. She got a letter from her little sister Kennedy, which was super, super cute. She got lots of treats. I'm wondering, can you take like the leftover snacks with you after this? Because, like, what if you are the HOH in the last week? I'm not even talking like final 3 HOH, because that's, we don't know who wins that until finale night. But if you're Chelsea, do you get to take some of that stuff home with you? Because I mean, that's a lot of stuff, and she couldn't possibly use and eat all of that within this last stretch of the game. Maybe I'm just cheap and I want everything that I'm owed. I don't know. But anyway, after everybody leaves the HOH room, the house guests see that it says nominations today on the TV screen. They're not wasting any time, because we're supposed to be seeing the veto competition in addition to obviously the nominations and all that on Sunday night's episode. So they got to get through some stuff here. Keep in mind, nominations do not really matter this week, right? It all comes down to who wins the power of veto, because only one person will be voting. However, I will say nominations this week can show some people's cards. Maybe some feelings get hurt depending on who goes up. So, I mean, you do have to think about it a little bit, but in the long run, it really doesn't matter. So Chelsea and Cam are chatting in the HOH room, and Chelsea's like, I know it doesn't matter who goes up, but I don't want anyone feeling some type of way. I don't want anyone pissed at me, right? So she's like, I just need 2 placeholders to go up on the block. So Cam says he's fine with going up. He doesn't care, right? It doesn't matter to him. And Chelsea says, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe it'll put some distance between us in other people's eyes. We won't look as close. We won't look like a pair. It's so hard to figure out if Chelsea wants to go to the final two with Cam or Mackenzie because she is just so good at talking to both of them and making it seem like she is so genuine. I really don't know. Ooh, I just saw who everybody's saying won. I'm gonna confirm that in a minute. But anyway, um, yeah, Chelsea is reassuring Cam, you are my final two. I want to go to the end with you. She asks him, who do you want to go on the block next to you? And he's like, I don't care either way. Again, it doesn't matter. So then Chelsea's asking Cam, who would you send home if you win the veto? And Cam is like, I would send home Mackenzie. Ooh. So he does not want Mackenzie in that final three. And I mean, I think that would be the best move for him. Bubby, what do you have? What do you have? I heard a crunch. Looks like a little twig or something. It would be the best move for Cam to get rid of Mackenzie because if he is in the final three with Rubina or Chelsea, he's pretty much guaranteed to go to the final two. Chelsea would want to take him, Rubina would want to take him, so he would be guaranteed at least second place. Makes a lot of sense. So then Chelsea is chatting with Rubina next. And Chelsea lets her know Cam will be going up on the block. And she says, I need someone next to him. It doesn't matter who it is. It could be you or Mackenzie. And Rubina is asking to stay off the block. She's like, I know it doesn't matter, but I'd love a break from the block. Could I get a break from the block? Now she cares. I feel like week after week after week, she has been fine with going, I mean, not fine with it, but she hasn't fought at all to stay off the block. And now when it doesn't freaking matter, she's like, can you like not put me up? So she asked Chelsea, are you lining things up to make a big move? And by that, she means like, are you going to try and get Mackenzie out? And Chelsea's like, it all comes down to the veto. Like, I don't know. She has no say in that unless she wins the veto, right? So I just feel like Rubina doesn't really understand quite how this end game works. I don't know. But Chelsea's like, all right, if you don't want to go up on the block, I will talk to Mackenzie about it and see what she says. So Chelsea then chats with Mackenzie, and Mackenzie says, I'm fine with going up if it makes Rubina feel better. She says, it's whatever, right? Mackenzie feels like she's on the block, even if she's not technically. She made a good point. Basically, everybody except for Chelsea is on the block until that veto is won and they know who's going to be making that decision. So Mackenzie says, my one thing, if you do put me up on the block and you win the veto, and Chelsea's like, she finishes that thought. She's like, yes, if I win the veto, I will use it on you. Honestly, I kind of feel like Chelsea would throw the veto competition because she doesn't want to have to choose between Cam and Mackenzie. She wants somebody else to make that decision. She does not want to get that blood on her hands here, picking between the two of them. So she can say all she wants that she would use it on Mackenzie, but I think she threw it. So Chelsea says to Mackenzie, in that case, you're going to have to make the decision between Cam and Rubina. And we'll come back to that. But Mackenzie starts popping off her freaking fake nails in preparation for that veto competition. Chelsea's like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm taking these off. Because they were wondering, like, is the veto tonight? They didn't know when it was going to be with nominations being pushed up and everything. Mackenzie is not messing around popping off those nails. But Chelsea tells Mackenzie, I want you in the final two with me. Does she? She said the same thing to Cam. We don't know, right? I mean, Chelsea would love to be in the final three with Cam and Mackenzie because they would both take her to the final two. So that is her ideal situation. But Chelsea tells Mackenzie, I'm so glad that we kept Rubina and not Chemo. Because she says if Rubina were to win the veto, she would probably keep Mackenzie, which honestly is questionable. I think there's a really good chance that Rubina would keep Cam around and not Mackenzie, but whatever. And she says Chemo absolutely would not keep Mackenzie, which is true. He was ready to vote her out if he got the chance. So Chelsea's kissing a little butt here and being like, oh, Mackenzie, like, I'm so happy you're here. I want you to stay. Chelsea is talking about how Cam really wanted Chemo to stay. He was pushing hard for it. She says, I pushed back a lot against him on the issue. There was a while when she was very much wanting Chemo to stay and she was going along with what Cam wanted, but we don't know what happened in those last few hours before the eviction after the feeds went down. So again, I'd be curious to see how that decision was finally made. She says eventually Cam gave in. As we saw, they both voted to evict Chemo last night. So Mackenzie says after the eviction, but before the HOH, Cam told her, well, you got what you wanted. Chemo's out. Yeah. So seems like he was pretty disappointed that it went in that direction and they got Chemo out. But Chelsea and Mackenzie are talking about who should go between Cam and Rubina if they have the decision, right? So Mackenzie's like, I don't know who I would pick. They agree. Both Cam and Rubina are beatable in competitions. They have not performed well thus far. So they feel like they're going to probably beat either of them anyway. But Mackenzie says to Chelsea, if you are the one who wins the veto and you use it on me, I will carry out whatever you want. I will keep whoever you want. You deserve that if you win the veto. Okay, if you say so. So then they have the nomination ceremony. Chelsea put up Cam and Mackenzie as expected. And last night there was more talk about making out with people at the wrap party. Mackenzie is worried that Matt's upper lip is too small. It's not going to be a good experience. The last week of Big Brother is rough. Chelsea was also pep talking Mackenzie for the POV competition, trying to get her ready for that. Today, not much else going on besides the veto, right? The feeds have been down for a few hours. Apparently, they just came back a few minutes ago when we started this. Yeah, and everyone's playing. Who's going to win? Let me know in the comments. Seems like we still don't know who won. Maybe it's still going on. I'm going to look into that in a sec. But I want to thank you all so much for being here. And let me thank our super chatters because you guys are amazing. BMO22, is that how you say it? BMO22? Thank you so much. And they said, thank you for keeping us so well informed. We appreciate you. Oh, I try. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys. And then just running LA. Sorry if I said your name wrong. Thank you for the super chat. And they asked, why don't vegans drink animal milk? Just wondering because the animal is still alive when it produces milk. Also, I guess the same question for eggs. Thank you for your question. I will say vegans do not eat or drink. We don't use or consume animal products. So the reason why we don't drink milk or eat eggs, we don't feel like that's for us to eat. That is for, I mean, milk is for baby cows. And a big part of it also is just like the way that milk and those eggs are obtained. Those animals are not treated well. I mean, I guess you could make the argument, you know, what if it's a free range chicken or whatever? But like the harsh reality is most of those animals are kept in very small areas and they do not have good lives. They do not have good lives. And we do not want to participate in the cruel treatment of animals in that way. So that is why we personally do not eat animal products, but there are other reasons as well. I'm just giving you like the basics there, but that's where we're at. Let me see. Let's see if we can get some info on who won here. Checking Twitter. I'm gonna start singing a song like Chemo. Okay. BB Live Updaters is saying that Mackenzie won. Let me see if that is 100% confirmed. It does seem like Cam is upset. Okay, they heard Mackenzie crying, meaning like in a happy way, so they knew she won. Okay, it was a day's competition, it looks like. Also with sound bites from the house guests. Interesting. Okay, so it does seem like Mackenzie won, but let me just cross-reference with some of these other updaters to make sure everybody's saying the same thing. I'm sorry, you guys have to watch me look at my computer. Oh, man. It's weird that she's not, like, wearing the necklace. Okay. Big Brother, or 89 Razor Skate 20 is also saying that Mackenzie won. Okay. Let's check another source. I like to be very, very thorough. This person did not update yet. Let's check Big BB updates because they're on it. Okay, they didn't say yet. Let's check Hamster Watch. I just want to make like 100% sure before I sign off here. Let's see what Hamster Watch says. She is one of the OGs. If you guys don't follow Hamster Watch, you should be. And also, excuse me, check out her website because she's got even more information on her website. Okay, she's also saying Mackenzie won. Okay, so I think we can safely say now that Mackenzie won the final Power of Veto of the season. Yay! So that's pretty exciting for her. She has guaranteed her spot in the final 3. We are just looking for one more person in that final 3. Can you believe it? It's tough to say at this point what Mackenzie will do because she's been very up in the air, back and forth about whether she wants to bring Cam or Rubina. So hopefully we'll get some more clarity on that. I don't know when the eviction is going to be. We're not going to see it until Thursday, but I feel like it's happening before that. They usually do this one on like a what is it, Sunday? They show it on a Saturday. No, they film it on a Saturday, show it on a Sunday. This schedule's all weird because the finale is on a Sunday this year instead of a Wednesday or Thursday. So everything's messed up. I don't know when this eviction is actually going to be taking place, but I would imagine it's going to be in the next few days because they need to start doing the final 3 stuff, like the walk down memory lane brunch. They need to do parts 1 and 2 of the HOH competition, the final HOH. So we got to get this eviction going, right? So yeah, I will be back tomorrow for another spoiler live stream. So I hope you will join me for that. And hopefully by then we'll have a better idea of what Mackenzie is going to do with her vote. So thank you all so much for watching. It was fun finding out with you guys in real time who won. So have a great Friday night. I'll see you tomorrow. And until next time, much love. Bye, everybody.